Welcome to the modern-day Berlin Olympic Park. Most people arrive by train at the Olympia Stadium train station. For sporting and entertainment events, the train system can efficiently move tens of thousands of people quickly. In Berlin, there are two rail lines that service the Olympic Stadium. One is labeled U, and the other is labeled the S line. The S line is the closest to the stadium with two regular lines and 8 additional tracks available for mega events such as the concert by AC/DC or the Rolling Stones. While the park itself belongs to the city and is open to the public, admission to the historic Olympic Stadium is €7 for adults, 5.5 euros for students, and a family card just costs €16. Guided tours cost €11 for adults and $9.50 for students. Entrance to the stadium is through the gift shop, not through the traditional turnstiles. This presents an opportunity to obviously generate revenue from retail sales. On event days, most patrons will enter through the turnstiles. However, there is a very different and more secretive entrance for select VIPs. The executive entrance in the Olympic Stadium is for government and sporting executives. They drive in from a very different entrance than the other patrons. The VIP parking garage holds 475 cars and is all 4 stories below ground. The stairways to business and executive suites, as well as lounge areas, are separated from the regular ticket holders. The VIP area provides space for 1,700 people across its 4 floors. Food and alcohol is served in all suites. The service provider is Philadelphia-based Aramark. A seat in the executive suite costs €0, but is also by personal invitation only. The business suites on the lower level rent for €15,000 to €265,000 a season and accommodate 10 to 20 people. A regular season ticket holder will pay €240 for 17 home games for the home Bundesliga team called Hertha Berlin. A single ticket could cost as little as €15. On the far end of the stadium is the marathon staircase in the original Olympic cauldron for the lighting of the Olympic flame. No one is allowed to sit in that area because of its historical importance. Temporary seating is brought in for additional seating at special events. The final comprehensive renovation and modernization of the new stadium took 4 years. It cost €242 million and was completed in 2004. The roof covering almost all of the seating was also added in 2004. A roof is needed for modern sports facilities, but the original stadium architecture was not designed to support a 3,500-ton roof of steel with fiberglass membrane coating. The roof was to be self-supporting, but to maintain the integrity of the stadium, a compromise was made, and 20 pillars were added for support inside the stadium and 132 external to the stadium. Unfortunately, this took out seats, but the roof blends well with the architecture of the stadium. 4,200 fluorescent lights illuminate the stadium but cast no shadow on the pitch below. Since the renovations in 2004, the Olympic Stadium has a permanent capacity of 74,475 seats and is the largest stadium in Germany for international soccer matches. It is a UEFA Category 4 stadium and one of the world's most prestigious venues for sport and entertainment events. There are no standing areas today. Standing is not permitted in the stadium for safety reasons, and standing is not allowed by FIFA. On July 9, 2006, Berlin's Olympia Stadium hosted the FIFA Soccer World Cup final between France and Italy. The field also has a running track, which is not common for soccer fields. It is currently being renovated for the European Championships in 2018. Many of you will still remember the name of Usain Bolt, who set records on this track in 2009 and also won multiple gold medals in 2016 in the 2012 London Summer Olympics. From the executive level, we will now go down to the athletes level. As we descend to the bowels of the stadium, we now come upon the locker rooms. These rooms are used by coaches, the teams, mascot, referees, doctors, doping officials, etc. What's also interesting is there are 4 changing rooms for artists, such as the Rolling Stones and Mick Jagger and AC/DC. However, none of them have ever been actually used by the performers. When AC/DC was performing last year at this venue, they actually rented all 20 locker rooms for family, friends, and the entourage. Can you imagine Mick Jagger actually changing in the dressing room that's used by the Hertha Bear mascot? Not in this life.
No event is complete without press coverage. A huge room provides space for press to meet and interview athletes, coaches, entertainers, and so on. This area also has rooms for physical therapy as well as a 110-meter tartan practice track. The practice track is used mornings by refugee athletes who are housed in the Olympic Park. This concludes a look inside modern-day Berlin Olympiastadion. The tour will continue with venues outside the stadium.